Hi, everybody. Hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you're doing great. Really excited to be here with you to discuss how to crack international technical test, which I know it's sometimes a little bit of a big thing or a monster to say it in a way. I know many of you might be worried about technical tests when applying, especially to international jobs. So, our goal today is to clear up some concepts about this kind of tests and provide some tips and tricks to help you thrive in future selection processes. So, before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Mercedes, but everybody calls me Mechi. I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I've been part of BairesDev for 6 years now, 6 years and a half to be precise. And I'm currently working as a talent growth marketing manager. My focus mainly is on project management, diversity, and community building. But I've been all over the place. At BairesDev, we are a global community with people from over 50 countries, and we love bringing diverse people together. I know that we have attendees usually from all over the globe here, so please drop a comment if you want and let us all know which city and country you are from. I know I have a little bit of a delay, so it will take some time before I see your answers, but I'm always having fun reading where people are watching us from. So, we'll kick off today's webinar by briefly discussing why technical tests are so important for many companies. Next, we'll dive into some core information about technical tests, how they work, how can they help you, what to focus on during these tests. And after this session, you'll have a better understanding of this matter. After that, we're going to share some tips and tricks that could be useful for you on your next technical test. And there's really no big secret. This is just some insider tips from an international company that hires talented people from all over the world. And we want this to be a very interactive experience, so don't be shy. Feel free to ask us questions and share your own experiences in the chat box. I've set aside some time at the end for a quick Q&A session, and I'll do my best to answer as many of your questions as possible. So now let's move on to the topic of today's webinar, right? So first, I want to do a quick overview of BairesDev for those of you who are joining us for the first time. I already see some of the answers of my question before from where you're from. So I have some people from Brazil here, someone from Junín in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Amazing. That's very close. I live in Buenos Aires. In Ciudad de Buenos Aires. So people from Guatemala, Mexico. So it's amazing. We already have some people from all over Latin America. So I love that. So as I was saying before, I'm going to do a very quick overview of BairesDev before we dive into our topic. So for those of you who don't know us yet, we are experts in delivering software solutions using top-notch technologies and methodologies. Some of our projects involve automation, artificial intelligence, algorithms, virtual reality, machine learning. So all the latest technologies you've read or heard about. And we work with global clients like Google, Pinterest, Rolls-Royce, and many exciting startups. These are companies that face big challenges, and we are redefining their markets and industries with them. So that is why high quality deliveries are our hallmark. And since we are a remote first company, we have the unique ability to bring together high performing tech professionals from all over the world, breaking down geographical barriers and creating truly diverse teams. That's why I wanted to know also why everyone today is from, because it's the same here at BairesDev. We believe that talent does not discriminate. And we currently have the best tech talent working from over 600 different cities in more than 50 or 40 countries. And honestly, we've always had the best technologies as powerful tools that have been helping us find these amazing professionals no matter where they are. I see a lot of people from Brazil today, so this is amazing. I work with a lot of Brazilians, so I love you guys. So diving into today's topic, let's jump in and just start. I'm sure some of you probably at some point have wondered, why do I have to complete so many exams, so many tests, so many challenges, right? Well, The hiring process at tech companies has changed quite a bit in the recent years, and a lot of practices have become standard, right? Technical tests are now a key part of our recruitment process for almost every big company, and knowing how to tackle them is really important for your professional journey. Oh, I see someone from Jamaica. Sorry, I keep changing topics. I get distracted by reading your chats. So, when a company opens up a new role, it's always because they've identified a need for a specific skill and abilities, not because they're looking for a specific person, right? So, from the company's perspective, they're looking for someone who not only checks out all the technical boxes, but also fits into their team and their culture. They want to know that a candidate can deliver on the job requirements and thrive in that environment as well. Ultimately, the hiring process is about more than just a list of skills. It's about finding that mutual fit where both the company and the candidate can feel confident that they can succeed together. Sorry. So the challenge is to connect the dots, basically finding the best match to create the perfect synergy between the company's needs and the candidate's abilities. A good background shows where a candidate has been and what they've learned, but it doesn't necessarily show how they apply those skills when it counts, right? That's where technical tests come in. They give companies a chance to evaluate a candidate's abilities in real world situations, placing them in scenarios they're likely to encounter on their job. It's one thing to list skills on a resume, but it's another one to put them into practice under the pressure of time, just like they would in a real work environment. It's more like a complete picture, right? Providing insights into how someone might perform when deadlines are tight and complex problems need quick solutions. Technical tests don't just evaluate whether a candidate has the necessary skills, they also provide insights into a candidate's work style and their approach to challenges. When presented with a task, how does this candidate handle it? Do they rush into the solution or do they take the time to analyze the problem first? Do they collaborate or do they prefer to work independently? These are all important indicators of how someone will fit into the company's culture and team dynamics. The way candidates approach problem solving in this test reveal a lot about their mindset. So, whether they are creative, methodical, or maybe they thrive under pressure. It's not just about getting the right answer, it's about showing a unique way of thinking and working that aligns with the company's values and needs. So now that we have a better grasp of the role that technical tests play in the recruitment process, let's dive into the topic itself. We'll explore some fundamentals on technical tests and what you should focus on while taking them. So let's get started. Think of it this way: these tests are your chance to shine, right? By engaging in these assessments, you can highlight your problem solving capabilities, creativity, and technical knowledge in a way that a resume simply cannot capture. Engaging these tests not only allows you to present your skills, but it also sets you apart from many candidates who may shy away from them. But they are also a great practice. You can learn a lot about your own skills and areas to improve. So, my advice is to never miss a chance to use these experiences as learning opportunities as well. Also, remember that during a technical test, there is no one size fits all kind of solution. You can draw upon your skills and experiences to devise a strategy that reflects your individual approach. There is really no right or wrong process to follow, right? This flexibility is empowering. It encourages you to think outside the box and explore different avenues to reach a solution. Employers actually really appreciate innovative thinkers who can tackle challenges from various angles, as this quality is really invaluable today in this fast-paced work environment that we are all living in. And now let's talk a little bit about what to focus on during these technical tests, right? So first, when you tackle a technical test, think of it more than just a task to complete, right? This is your chance to express how you think, how you work. Employers, as I said before, are looking for candidates who can demonstrate not just their technical skills, but also their ability to navigate challenges in a way that aligns with the company culture. Your approach and how you dissect the problem, how you communicate your thoughts, and how you manage your time can reveal a lot about you as a potential employee. The second tip is a critical step that many candidates overlook, which is rushing in without understanding the nuances of the problem. And this can lead to missteps and potentially incorrect solutions. So begin by breaking down the problem into manageable parts. Ask yourself questions like, what are the key challenges? What assumptions am I making? What information do I need to clarify? By taking the time to thoroughly understand the problem, you will position yourself in a better place to explore various solutions thoughtfully. And finally, let's talk about the importance of honesty, which I know sounds like a cliche, but really, transparency is a valuable trait in any professional setting. Employers appreciate candidates who can recognize their limitations and seek guidance when necessary. It reflects maturity, self awareness, and a willingness to learn. Those are qualities that are highly regarded in any team oriented environment. Additionally, being honest about what you don't know doesn't diminish your value as a candidate. In fact, it can enhance your profile. It shows that you're realistic about your skills and you are willing to grow. Moreover, it allows the interviewer to assess your problem solving process, including how you approach challenges and adapt to new information. And now that you have a better understanding of how technical tests work, let's dive into some important tips. First and foremost, your passion is your greatest asset. The tests are about something you like to do, right? So why not channel it during your assessment? When you approach a technical test, it's easy to feel the pressure. Of course, we are being evaluated and we are all getting nervous in those type of situations. You might worry about meeting expectations or getting the right answer, but remember to embrace the challenge with a positive mindset. Instead of viewing the test as a hurdle, try to stay calm and allow yourself to think freely and creatively. Having fun doesn't mean being reckless, though, right? It means engaging with a problem in a way that ignites your curiosity and passion for development. And here are some tips to help you ace your next technical test and make a great impression, hopefully. The first one is prepare, right? Familiarize yourself with the format, the technologies involved, and any specific challenges you might face. There are plenty of websites online with mock tests for different languages in development. So I urge you to go ahead and Google some places where you can find challenges and to practice on your own. Do your research to ensure you're ready for what's coming. Preparation not only boosts your confidence, but it also sets a solid foundation for success. Then go the extra mile. This isn't just about meeting the minimum requirements, right? It's about exceeding expectations. That's what we want whenever we're going into any evaluation phase, right? This mindset can set you apart from the competition and show potential employers that you're not just a candidate. You are a standout talent ready to contribute positively to their team. And then, and this is, I think, the most difficult one is watch the time. Most tests, I would say overall, are timed, right? So prioritize your tasks. If you find yourself spending too long on a single question, don't hesitate to move forward, move on, and then come back if time allows it. Sorry. This strategic approach will help you make the most of the time you have and demonstrate your ability to perform under pressure, which is super important in any, I would say, any job, but specifically when talking about the tech industry, which is so fast paced and everything is always for ready. We have to have it ready for the day before. um, so that's a wrap. I know it was a very quick overview, but I wanted to set aside around 10 minutes for some quick Q&A before wrapping up. And I'm sure many of you have some questions, so let's dive into that Q&A session. Feel free to ask us any questions in the comment section of our YouTube or LinkedIn streams. And while I wait for your questions to arrive, because I know there's a little bit of a delay, I wanted to remind you that we have provided here on the video QR code on your screen. And through this link, you will find our social media pages, our jobs portal, where you can explore all our available openings, the applicant site, where you can update the profile, take our online exams, and check your application status if you are waiting to work with us. This applicant site can also features live chat support. So if you have any questions about your application specifically, you can reach out to us there. Sorry. Oh, today I'm tongue tied. You can also visit our website and explore all our referral program page. And last but not least, you will find our webinar survey. Your feedback really means a lot to us, and it takes less than 5 minutes to complete it. Really helps us improve our future editions of this webinar. So let us know what you think. So now let's move to the Q&A session. Okay, we have, I'm gonna move a little bit to the side. Um, let's see while I'm waiting for the questions to arrive, if we had any before, during this webinar. I'm not finding any. I'm seeing a lot of people from all over Latin America. Oh, I see some people commenting about LeetCode and CoderByte. Those are good options. I can see, well, first question arriving here. Mechi, can you tell us a bit about the company's culture or its working environment? I can actually tell you a lot about it because I've been working here at BairesDev for 6 years and a half. And I gotta say, usually this is a first for me. I've always been a person that after 2 years usually became sort of fed up with whatever I was doing and I wanted something new, something fresh. And so I've never lasted more than 2 years in my previous jobs until I found BairesDev. And I think the best thing about BairesDev culture is that it's always changing. For me, that is exciting. This means that I'm constantly having to learn new things. I'm being challenged to tackle new projects and things all the time. And I had a lot of trust that the company put in me whenever change was coming into trusting I knew what I was doing. I was given the chance to even create new teams from scratch, test new projects, new strategies, and this fast paced changing environment is something that's very empowering because you feel like the company trusts you. And I think that is by far one of the best traits of our company culture. And then friendliness, even though I know it sounds cliche, I know it does. Um, I think it's been by far the company that I found the friendliest people. Everyone is always happy to help, happy to jump in and give you an answer to a question you might have, or redirect you to the right person if they are not the one that you should be asking. Uh, so I think those are, I think, my favorite things about our company culture. I see a question that says, I completed the test lab key profile booster section. Am I expected to get, it moved, any email updates while working on completing the remaining tests? So after you complete all the key profile boosters, the test lab and the information, and you recorded the video introducing yourself, then you are set to begin the matching process with our openings. It might take up to 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more until we find the right match. But If everything looks good, we'll be reaching out to set up a first interview to get to know you a little bit more. It will be with one of the people in our recruiting team. It's a one-on-one meeting. It's super personal. So I recommend you to pay attention to your email and your phone because we also might call you on your phone if you left us the number to set up a date. If we are not reaching out at the moment, don't be discouraged. It only means that we might not have an opportunity that matches your profile at the moment. So currently, maybe there's nothing, but it doesn't mean that there will never be. We had people that completed the profile maybe a year ago and then we're reaching out to them right now because now we have an opening that matches the skills. We even had people that applied, I don't know, 2 years ago, had one interview. We found nothing then, and they will reach out again now, 2 years after, for a new opportunity. That is the cool thing about our always on process, which means that once you apply and complete all your information, we will be reaching out every time we find something that matches your skills. Um, okay, so I have one question that says, Mitchie, what do you think are the major trends affecting the company in the next years? Well, I think the easy answer, and I think almost everyone would say this, especially in the tech world, is AI. Is I think is the biggest trend. Everything related to machine learning and artificial intelligence is the future. It's what's coming, guys. And it's really dripping into every department in almost every tech company. I work in talent acquisition, I work in marketing, talent marketing, and we are using AI to help us with some of our tasks. We use AI to help us process the resumes of people who apply, help us match the people to our openings. So it really is everywhere, and it's going to be affecting everyone's tasks, but in a positive way. I really think AI is a friend for humanity. I'm not the one that thinks AI is going to steal our jobs. I think it's just going to change the way that we work. So for everyone, even for developers that write code, and we had a post on a LinkedIn a few days ago about talking about this. Developers will not be maybe writing code as much; they will be orchestrating how the code works because we will have AI to simplify those operational steps that take a lot of our time. And really, everyone will be relying more on creativity than operational tasks, and I think that's gonna be amazing. Okay, I have one more question. Another question. Let's see. I see a lot of questions. I love this. So at BairesDev, can we find opportunities for junior developers? So Arthur, this is a tricky question because I mean we might because at BairesDev it's more merit based than resume based. So for a lot of openings, we are looking for more senior developers. That is true because we work with big projects, and the truth is that most of the time junior developers don't have the skills yet to tackle the tasks that are needed for the openings that we have. But that doesn't mean that we will never have openings for junior developers, and there are people that might be junior when it comes to years of experience, but they may have amazing knowledge, and their few experiences gave them a lot of skills, so they might be up to par to what we're looking for. So what I would recommend for you is to apply away, complete all our key profile boosters and test labs. We will show you us how much you know of your main techs, right? How familiar you are with them. And if you have any opportunity, we will reach out to you. But if it's not right now, it can be in the future. Because as I was saying, our always on process assures that maybe in 2 years, when you're more experienced, we will be reaching out for an opportunity. Um, let's see. Michi, can you explain why companies in USA are delaying opportunities to Latin American candidates? Honestly, I cannot because here at BairesDev, we are not experiencing that issue. So around 96, if I believe it, maybe a little bit more of our clients are US based, and almost all our workforce is Latin American based. So we are having no issues with our Latin American candidates joining American projects, and that is amazing. That is one of our benefits here at BairesDev, is that we are giving opportunities to people that live in very small cities across Latin America to be working with amazing companies like, as I said, like Google, Rolls Royce, Pinterest, eBay, etc. So I don't know about other companies, but at least we haven't had any problems with that. Uh, so I see a question from Paloma, says, can I apply for technical support basic with advanced English level? So I don't know if I'm fully understanding this question, but I'm so sorry if I'm answering this wrong. But I always encourage anyone to apply. Don't be discouraged by your English level. If you think you don't have enough English level for a position, people tend to underestimate their skills when it comes to English. And the most important thing is that you communicate, right, and get the message through, especially here at BairesDev, to be able to also communicate with your teammates, because our teams are mixed with people from different countries, and we not the only language that we all speak is English, so it's the one that we use team wise. But even if you feel like your English is not enough, don't let that be something that stops you from applying. Um, every year, if I'm not mistaken, sometimes every 6 months, sometimes once a year, you'll be allowed to retake our English evaluation exams to show us if you improve. So if your English level is not good enough right now, it might be in a year after you keep practicing, and you'll have the opportunity to let us know about that. Let's see a few more questions. Mateo is saying, I will have a meeting with someone from the recruiting team next week. Looking forward to it. I'm studying hard for the technical tests, but I think the time management really is a challenge for me. Well, Mateo, now is the time to practice. I really encourage you, if you have your technical tests next week, which might not be the first one because the recruiting team, if it's your first interview, it might just be to get to know you more and know about your expectations. They will let you know if it's a technical one. When the time comes for that, practice. As I said, go to those online mock tech exams platforms. Choose your technology. Go ahead, jump in. You're gonna have a lot of time there, but it will help you get familiar to how quickly or slowly you tackle some of the tasks, and you'll be able to polish your skills to be able to improve that time management. So I have a question from Hedgar saying, what are you guys looking for when recruiting? And that is a very broad question. It really depends on the area, right? Cross company, the one thing that we are looking for is, everyone is looking for, is cultural fit. I think that goes for every company, but it's particularly important for us here at BairesDev. One, because we work remotely. So we need people that will be able to thrive in an environment where you'll be working by yourself at your home, maybe not even meeting your teammates, because in my case, everyone I work with, my manager, some people from my team, except from one, everyone lives in another country. So I have the chance once in a while to meet some people from my company, but I've had times in this past 6 years where everyone in my team lived in another city or country. So we're looking for people who can deal well with that level of separation in a way from their teams while feeling like they're still close friends, which is something that we value a lot. And that fits with our energy, the curiosity that we want, the mindset of creativity and problem solving skills that shows up in every team at BairesDev. And then, of course, depending on the position, some hard skills that have to do with the area and the knowledge that you need to perform your work. And I have time for one last question, and that will be all for today. And it's from Gustavo. It says, how true is it that companies care more about soft skills? Why can they do the technical training? Well, yes, it's true that we care a lot more about soft skills, because soft skills are not as easy to teach in a way. It's very hard if you have someone, I don't know, with poor communication skills to work in a client or candidate related, like client or candidate facing role, right? So it might be better for back office. If someone doesn't have good problem solving skills, it will not be as good in some maybe operational, audit, numerical tasks. um, so we pay a lot of attention to soft skills because those are very hard to teach, while technical skills are trainable. This means that a lot of people might join with not as much experience in a role, but the right soft skills, and it very quickly they will learn what they need to know to be amazing at their job. Otherwise, people with good hard skills but lacking soft skills might deliver but have issues with teamwork and collaboration, communication with their managers, and that eventually will lead to a lot more problems than just training them a little bit. Um, so that's all for today. I see one last question that is very easy to answer from Shamar that says, "We hire candidates from Jamaica?" Yes, we do. We hire candidates from all over the world. So don't hesitate to apply no matter where you live. That has been everything for today. Thank you so much for joining us in this webinar. I hope you had a good time and you learned something valuable. Remember that you can always reach us through our applicant side for anything related to applicant support. And we have also begun recently our Reddit subreddit actually community, and you can find us there where we are having some conversations relating some cultural employer branding, work-life balance conversations, but also some technical conversations for you developers out there. So remember, if you want to know the status of your applications, please go to the applicant side and look for our live chat feature. If you want to check all our available openings, don't hesitate to check our job portals. And last but not least, we'd love to hear your opinion on this webinar, so fill out our webinar survey. I'm going to share the link on the message on the chat here. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining.